Joining us now, Steve Hall. He's a national security analyst and a former CIA chief of Russia operations. He knows a thing or two about how the Russians operate. It's good to have you on, Steve. I mean, your knowledge always helps us understand. One big picture question I want to ask you is this, is what the Russian goals are now and can they have achieved them? The Russians are now publicly saying this morning that their goal really is this. They want to basically capture the entire coastline of Ukraine, including Odessa, and then connect to Moldova, the Transnistria region we ask about. Is that achievable for Russia?
You know, Jim, I think it's going to be a tough row to hoe. Even though if you look at the map, I mean, it looks like the Russians, of course, control quite a bit, as well as the separatists, so-called, that are also cooperating with them. So they've also got a large swath of this. But as of today, you're absolutely right. What we heard is that they're going to look even further to connect up a little further over here. So they've already got all of this. What they're looking to do is to get into this area right here, which is Moldova. This is Moldova, and there's already Russian troops in this part of the country. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to push all the way through. Now, to do that, though, what they've got to do is they've got to get to Odessa. This is a really key tactical and strategic point, because if they get all of this, then you'll see what happens pretty quickly, is that you've got a country, Ukraine, which is entirely cut off from the sea. If they take all of this and are able to link up with those Russian troops that are already in Moldova, that's going to be a significant challenge. But it's not going to be an easy thing for the Russians to do, I don't think.
We're now hearing from a Russian general saying that their goal is to not only gain hold of all of Donbass, but also the southern part of Ukraine as well. Obviously, we've seen what's transpired there in Mariupol. Could perhaps they be going after Odessa and Mykolaiv next? And he opened the window to going into Transnistria in neighboring Moldova. That's that disputed region within the country there where there are Russian troops currently based right now. This expands that war significantly, especially if you're getting into the ports there in the southern part of the country. What do you make of this?
Well, I make that it's a pretty accurate representation of what Russia says is its intermediate goals right now. Now, do they want all of Ukraine eventually? Yeah, they probably do. But what they want to do is first be able to declare a victory in the short term on the 9th of May, which is the end of World War II, and this is a big symbolic day for Vladimir Putin. So they're looking for a near-term win. And then they'd like to get the whole coastline, including Mariupol and Odessa, seal Ukraine, what's left of it, off from access to the Black Sea, major economic lifeline. And then they've got the trading material they need to get the rest of Ukraine if it requires negotiations. But remember, Putin's aims are not limited to Ukraine. It just looks that way right now because he's had so much trouble dealing with Ukraine. If he'd had his way in the first place, it would have fallen in 3 or 4 days, and then we'd be talking about the Baltic states, Moldova, and maybe Slovakia or Poland being under threat. So this is all part of a long-term plan of Mr. Putin, and he's just moving it step by step. From his perspective, he's probably thinking, I'm winning, but it's taking a little longer, but Stalin did it this way, I'll do it this way.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear Admiral Kirby this morning say that as far as the U.S. assesses the situation, Russia hasn't made much inroads over the past few days as it started this next phase of its war, despite having that new general, Dvornikov, overseeing the operation there in Ukraine. General Wesley Clark, always great to have you on. Thank you.